Hi, I'm Karina, and in this video we will look at the financial institution credit transfer messages, the ones equivalent to MT202s, pacs.009 messages. I use plural here because in fact there are several pacs.009 messages: pacs.009, pacs.009 COF, and pacs.009 advice. Let's walk through each of them to see how they are built and how different they are from each other. Let's start with a plain vanilla pacs.009, or pacs.009 core, how they call it. It is used for core financial institution credit transfers, so for payments from an IF to FI, from a bank to a bank, with no underlying corporate involved. In MT world, you are familiar with its equivalent, MT202. This message is built similar to what we have seen for pacs.8 in the previous videos, and is composed of the following three blocks: business application header, group header, and a credit transfer information. What we notice here is that reimbursement agent element is removed, which makes sense, right? Because there is no use case for it. Reimbursement agent is equivalent to what we know from MT as fields 53, 54, 55, and it shows details of agents that will settle a cover payment. In terms of a settlement method, there are two options possible: INDA or INGA. The code CLRG is not used for correspondent banking, and the code COF is only used for cover payments. Now, pacs.009 COF messages. Those are used to cover or settle pacs.8 and are equivalent to MT202 COF. These messages contain all the elements that you have seen for pacs.009 already, plus an additional block called underlying customer credit transfer, which is equivalent to sequence B in MT202s. It transports information from the underlying pacs.8, so basically repeats what was sent with this message. Now the settlement method. The cover messages can only include settlement methods INDA or INGA. As we said before, the code CLRG is only used for clearings, and the code COF for the underlying pacs.8 message. When you look at this flow, you see that the settlement method COF is used in the underlying pacs.8 payment instruction, while the actual cover payment, pacs.009, can only take values INDA or INGA. Now let me introduce you to the message that creates most confusion: pacs.009 advice. Why is it there? What is it good for? The CBPR Plus actually created this message to pre-advise the receipt of the cover via pacs.009 for the liquidity management purposes only. This message is sent directly to the creditor of the payment, which is always a financial institution, by the way. This is important. While the pacs.009 messages is where the actual funds are settled. So if we look at this advice message, we see that its structure has similarities with the pacs.009 messages, but also pacs.8, in a way that the settlement method can take value COF and the reimbursement agents are optional. So you can show which agents or banks will settle the payment. Hope now you know more about pacs.009 messages and their main differences. Thanks for watching.